everybody! Miss Willow here. Oops, wrong emote. How are you doing? As a friendly hello, I have gotten a wonderful request from Dog Milk on Discord to teach you guys how to make a custom mob drop a custom item upon being slayed. So I have the perfect candidate that I am working on currently. Where did he go? Or actually the many of them. These are my Dragomatons, which I am adding in from the mod jam that I made for that contest. And I am finally starting to introduce them into the regular Fair and Veil mod, so they don't have the correct sounds and everything included, because I am reworking the mod a little bit. But here they are, and they are an example of a custom mob that I have put into Hytale. So, I am going to show you guys how to have custom drops for, in this case, the Dragomaton. So, let's think of a custom item. I'm so sorry, little guy. We're gonna make a custom item drop, and this could work with regular Hytale items, and this could work with overriding the assets of actual in-game creatures, like this spider, very, very creepy, or these bunnies. But I'm gonna make all custom items here, and as you can see, I have some custom items that I've already put into the game, and I will show you guys the paths necessary for those. And I'm going to just test and show you guys how to make, for instance, Dragomaton drop kiwi berries. This is a consumable item that I have added to my Fair and Veil mod. Alright, let's go. Alrighty, so we're gonna open up the Hytale asset editor really quickly, and I'm gonna show you what everything looks like. Keep in mind, I can be very lazy, and I don't really, right now, while I'm testing out making my Fair and Veil mod, it is very all over the place. So I don't have files in a lot of different folders, and I will explain what you'll want to do if you do organize your stuff unlike I do. So in here we have a whole bunch of different things, such as the model assets. Going to that creature I just showed you, the Iron Dragomaton, we have our model asset. This is my little creature. This is all the hitbox and animations and stuff, but this is not the actual coding of the behaviors and what this creature will drop. But let's go check that out. You're going to want to choose your creature. It can be anything from modded to an overridden Hytale asset. Let's just say you wanted to make a grizzly bear from the regular game drop an item from the game or a modded item, just anything. I'll teach you how to do that as well. So we have our Iron Dragomaton, and if we go down to NPC role, we can have our different folders where we can organize our creatures, but I don't really organize them right now. I should in the future, but I have my Iron Dragomaton NPC role. And the NPC role is where you're going to want to be looking for the drop, and here it says it is copying the Iron Dragomaton. I just put this in as the drop list, but this would look like the creature you have copied over information from. So this would have said drop horse, and I update this to the drop list name Iron Dragomaton that I'm going to show you how to create for your creature. So here we go, under appearance, that is going to be your creature, but what I'm actually going to be showing you is the drop list is the same name. It can be anything. It could be Iron Dragomaton drop or your creature's name drop. But I found that it works, just naming it the same exact thing, but this is what your creature is going to look like up here, referencing the model. And the drop list is going to actually be the one that would have said the drop horse or whatever creature you copied the code off of. So I've already updated this, but I'll show you up here. If you scroll all the way up, you will find your item drop list. And you can create new item drop list, and you can copy it to the same folders. Let's say, for example, I'm just going to cancel that, show you my mealworm is under creature, mammal, mealworm. Inside the mealworm folder, I have my mealworm drop list. But in this case, you'll just want to copy everything the same way that you have everything else for your creature. So the mealworm, I had to make the little folders for, but just for everything else under NPCs, you could have beast, you could have anything else, but I just simply have my drop lists under item drop list because I'm lazy. But in that case, I have my Iron Dragomaton. But let's just say I am going to delete that and show you again how you would make your drop list. Let's go to item drop list, right click, create item drop list, and you can name this anything you want. I am going to actually just name it the same name as my creature, Iron Dragomaton, and I'm just going to add drop so that I can change it in the other file to show you. Let's just pretend we're starting from scratch. Iron Dragomaton, drop. And I'm going to copy an asset. You can copy a drop list from Hytale. So this is what someone who's not done this before would want to do. You'll go to Hytale, item drop list, NPCs, and we're going to choose one that we know for sure actually drops stuff. So, beast, drop grizzly bear. We know the grizzly bear drops meat, so we're going to just hit create. And it's going to create, under the name you put, exactly what the grizzly bear code is. You can go back and forth from the top right corner, from editor to source to editor to source. It's the same thing, just shown very differently, so that, you know, you can understand it from the code aspect, and you can also, some people find it easier to look at these things more straightforward as drop-downs, and that's what I'm going to show you here. I'm just looking at both. You see you have a container of multiple. We're going to leave everything the same. In the containers, these are 2 different drops that the grizzly bear would have, but this is our creature, my creature. You want to put your creature in here and choose what you want. So under index 0, it's going to show you, you have a single item, and the creature would have dropped ingredient heavy hide. That is the ID for whatever item, modded or not, that you want the creature to drop. And under here, we also have a second drop. So if you want 1 drop, you can just X out of one of these numbers here and just make 1, or you could add the plus button in containers and add more entries. But let's just get rid of 1. We're just gonna have the Iron Dragomaton drop my kiwi berries. So under item ID, we're going to change that. We can search up our item under our my mod item. And we have all of my items here. You'll see when you add in items to your own mod, you'll see a list of all of the JSON files, and you can choose whatever one you want, or from Hytale. I'm just going to go with plant from kiwi berry. Sorry about my screaming grass fiend in the background. He's feisty. But here, you can see, minimum quantity. Let's just go crazy here. I'm gonna make him drop 5 kiwi berries at minimum, and 8 at max. And let's just see, right here. This is called Iron Dragomaton drop, and if we go back down to the code for the Iron Dragomaton, for instance, NPC role, Iron Dragomaton, drop list, we're gonna just change the name from drop list, whatever it was, to exactly what you named the actual drop list. So in this case, Iron Dragomaton drop. Let's apply those changes. And we're gonna go back into the game, see if he drops it. They reloaded the asset for him, and we're gonna go in here and we're gonna find ourselves a little weapon, make sure he has a lot of health. So we're gonna see if he drops the item. I'm so sorry, mister. I'm so sorry. It's for a video. There we are. He doesn't have a death animation, so he'll disappear in a second. There we are. There's the kiwi berry. And he dropped 5. There we go. 5 plant fruit kiwi berries. Let's slay this one, sadly, and see if the amount is different. There we are. Put these 5 away and see if he drops exactly the same or slightly different. 8! Alright, so he dropped the max. Perfect. He drops exactly what we asked. Now, let's just say you wanted a regular Hytale NPC to drop any item. Let's go back to the asset editor and I'll show you that. Alrighty, in the asset editor, let's say you want to make a regular Hytale NPC drop your custom item. We're gonna go up here to Hytale read only and search up a creature, so grizzly bear. And under here we have the item drop list for drop grizzly bear. And here, this is Hytale's code there, and if we hit override asset in the top right corner, keeping everything the same, create it. This will create a copy of the grizzly bear code for the drop into your mod, and you can change whatever you want. So let's just say this is the source, we can see it in the code, or we can hit editor and look at the container like this. Let's say we want him to drop single item. This could be everything. Hytale already shows you. You could have him drop armor. Let's go to adamantite. Helmets. We're gonna have him drop 3 minimum and 6, oh, not 26, 6 maximum helmets. And in here, let's make him add our custom item. So whatever your custom item is, this is gonna be my chitin. We can change the quantity min max, and let's just add. I'm gonna show you if you want more drops. Containers. We're gonna add the plus button, and that'll add another one. Let's see, type. We're just gonna copy the same stuff. Single item, item ID. We're gonna have them drop let's see, grapes. 5 grapes and maximum 9. There we are. We just made grizzly bear drop some crazy OP loot and grapes. So let's go see. Does it work? Ooh, it's thundering. Alright, let's spawn in our grizzly bear. Spawn entity. Bear. Grizzly. Alright, he climbs out of the ground really creepy. So scared of bears. Let's see. Oh, come on. So sorry, Mr. Bear. Let's see, what does he drop? Disappear. Disappear. Oh, there we go. There's the helmet. And the chitin. And the grapes. Wow, he dropped 3 helmets. I'm gonna put one of those on. The chitin. And the red grape bunches. And we have 2 and 5 and 3 helmets. So he dropped everything that we wanted him to. And that'll be a little bit random depending on how much you want the minimum and maximum. They can just be like 1 and 1 if you just want 1 drop. For instance, this guy, I already have a drop. Unfortunately, he just drops the regular snake drops because he's a snake-like dragon. I don't have a custom drop for him yet, so he just drops the venom sac that the spiders do. So, in that case, there you have it. Let's just play around with this a little bit more, shall we? See what other crazy stuff. Let's get rid of this bear drop so that we don't accidentally have a ton of OP loot sitting around. Let's go over here and let's see. Let's have our custom creature drop regular Hytale items and how you'll find that. So, if you go into the creative inventory of Hytale and you hover over anything, a block, armor, tools, items, whatever, it will tell you the exact item ID. For instance, I thought pinecone would have been called pinecone. No, it's called plant_seeds_pine. I would have never known. So I want to save you the hassle of giving yourself a headache like I do, trying to wonder, what did I do wrong? This is a good tool to have, so let's go into Hytale and see. Let's just look up what that pinecone is and show you how I would have messed up. Pinecone, it's called pinecone, but the ID is plant seeds pine. And let's say sunflower. It's not called sunflower. It is plant flower tall yellow. That one took me... wow, that one stumped me today. I was making sunflower seeds and Whew. Man, I was wondering, why can't I craft my sunflower seeds? Well, I had no idea that they called it plant flower tall yellow, so, you know, shockers. Let's see. We're gonna make our iron dragomaton. Up here, drop plant flower tall yellow. Or rather, let's just make the mealworm drop it. I already have this one. Instead of the item ID for ingredient fiber, and I'm just doing this right here through the code, you can do it through the editor, which shows the drop downs. It's really easy. This is the same thing, just looking very different. Plant underscore flower underscore tall underscore yellow, and you have the quantity min max, everything, apply changes. Let's see if I can get a custom mob to drop regular Hytale item. Let's do mealworm. There we go. Spawn a mealworm. Let's see. Oh, he's fast. Let's get him. Look at that. He dropped the chitin and the sunflower, and he dropped 3. That's really cool. So, I hope this found you well. Time noon. Hope this video found you well. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to ask any questions you may have in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer. Please understand, I am an amateur, I am learning as I go, and modding can absolutely be a headache, especially if it's not your strong suit. But this is a dream of mine, so I'm just kind of showing what the routes that I take are, and there may be better ways to do them. I may not understand everything, but I definitely do my best to answer any questions from my own current knowledge, so keep that in mind. But at the same time, I hope this video found you well and helps out some of you guys, and I hope you have happy modding experiences. Don't get so scared of modding. I know it can be really intimidating, but you just gotta have fun with it and take it very slow. Something I need to work on is, you know, taking breaks from it. If my mod isn't working, I'll sit down for hours and stress myself out with it, but you don't want to be like me. Take breaks. Let it be a good thing. So I'll work on that together. Have some happy Hytale experiences, guys. See you guys in Orbis. Bye-bye! Woohoo! We got some OP grizzly bear drops. Woohoo! There we are. Jumping around. And that grizzly bear won't drop anything cool. There we are. Because I don't want to cheat. But he can drop anything. Anything. Oh, is this thing still on? Oh boy.